Hey guys, for today's video, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, something that may be kind of obvious, but for those who might not know, this is a poster of Jimin from BTS, and I am a huge fan of BTS. And something that I have seen around a lot, but have always wanted to do, was to make decorative photocard holders for photocards like these. These are all of the photocards that I have of BTS. They mostly come from some of their solo albums before they went into the military, but I do have one full set of every member from their Proof anthology album. But I've had these photos just kind of in the respective cases that they came from, the DVDs and CDs and stuff like that. And I want to be able to look at them whenever I want. So I have some top loader card sleeves that I want to decorate the edges. And I also want to crochet some photo card holders. I was curious if this was a thing, and I Googled it, or I didn't Google it, I searched it on YouTube, and I found some tutorials. So that's what I plan on doing today. I'm going to make a lot, maybe a lot, some for myself. I also want to make some crochet card holders for both my partner and a friend of ours. They and I as well are both huge fans of Stray Kids. I'm also a huge fan of Stray Kids. I don't have any photo cards though. I don't own any of their albums. I'm a little bit more of a casual listener, but Han is definitely my bias. And so I'm going to make some for them as well as some for myself for all of the BTS cards that I have. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. Okay, so here are my photo cards. I don't know which one I'll probably just use one at random, but I have a bunch of stickers. First, I have this junk journal sticker book. I haven't used anything from it yet because it's a little bright from my usual junk journaling. And there's like a lot of letters. But then like stuff like this I'll definitely use, but it's like that this stuff's too big. These sheets are just full sheet stickers, and there's like a line down them. So they're basically two very long stickers. So any full sheet like that. But yeah, I don't know if I'll use anything from here. Maybe letters, but they seem awfully big. This one is the only one that I can see myself maybe using because they're relatively small, but I also don't want to be like spelling names out on the sleeves. So I kind of want the sleeves to be interchangeable. So I don't know if I'll use this one. I also have all of the stickers that I use for all my other stickers that I use for junk journals. Some of them are kind of small that I'll be able to use them. Some of them have like some really tiny stuff that hopefully I'll be able to use. These are all super tiny, though the vibe is kind of off. Where's the... This one's got some good small stuff on it. Where's the other one that's really small? Here it is. So, like maybe... like this one is like the only one I can see myself using for one of these. And I don't know about this. Maybe a check mark. And then I've got all these hearts to a couple different sizes, stars, rainbow hearts, these little sparkle things, this mix of stuff, oh, the size heart, and then these two sheets. I've used basically everything from here. Like maybe these little circles would be okay. Maybe some of these words, but they're so cliche. I didn't really use any of the words before because they're so cliche. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna pick up a card. So I guess pick a person, like pick Jimin or Suga or somebody, and then just start decorating. That's all Jimin from his album Face. I kind of like this top one. Very cutesy. Not that they have to be cutesy, but with the stickers I'm working with, they probably will be. Definitely want one of Yoongi. I have a duplicate. Which one is it? This one. I'm gonna give this one to my partner. She likes Yoongi. She definitely likes his August D stuff. A couple of songs from his latest album D-Day, which these photo cards are from. But yeah, so I'm gonna definitely make one for her, and then one for me. Oh, this one for me. These are from Jin's single, The Astronaut. I really like this one. I love this hairstyle on him. The hat's cute, but I definitely like that hairstyle more. So I think I'll make one for that, Indy. Yeah, so for the sleeves, I don't know about any of them. But yeah, I'm gonna do these 4 for me for now. And this one from my partner. And I'm gonna, just do the top loaders for now. I'm just gonna start working on it.
you beat him to death with a shovel if he's bad. Deal with the night visitor, okay? Okay, you're have eyes up everyone's ass. I've eyes up your ass. I've eyes up your mom's ass.
For when I get a Han photocard. Okay, I think that's enough photo card holder decorating for now. I want to move on to the crochet card holders. So the tutorial, like I said, I watched a couple different tutorials. The ones that I saw the most had the cards already in a sleeve. So that's what I'm gonna do. I hope I have the right size hook. All right. I might have to go down a hook size. I have my 5.5, but I might need to go get my 5. I was seeing for... Really, you don't need a tutorial. You just want to make sure that it fits. Whether you're just going to do the card on its own or in a sleeve, even if it's not like a K-pop thing and you just have like small photos. These are all things that I was seeing across some of the tutorials that I saw on YouTube. So basically you just need to make sure it fits and has enough room that it can slide into it. Alright, so this is a chain of 18. Chain of 18. We're going to add an extra one, 19, and then start single crocheting into that chain. Right, 18 single crochets across. I probably should go down a hook size, but it's downstairs and I don't want to go get it. So we'll just keep this one for now. Chain 1 and turn. Do the same thing back. And then basically you just kind of have to like figure out how tall you want the bottom piece to be and how wide you want the side pieces to be. This isn't a great tutorial. I don't like doing tutorials. Well, that's not true. I've done tutorials, but for something like this where I'm still learning how to do it, I'm also not used to crocheting at the table.
Oh, darling, I hope you get the best blowjob of
Alright, so the one tutorial I saw, they did 4 rows across the bottom. Now we're going to chain 1 and turn, and we're going to start doing the side. Wow, that's way bigger than it needs to be. Hold on one sec. Okay, I switched to my 5mm hook, and it's much better fit. It's not overly big. So what I was saying was crochet here to make the side section. I'm not following a tutorial anymore. I'm gonna say, I think one of them said, so 19 across or 18 across and then like 4 on the sides. So I'll see if I like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think that looks good. So yeah, I'll do 4 on each side. And I don't remember how many rows up, but again, like I said, I'm just kind of eyeballing it. 13 rows, and I'm gonna cut it off there. And now I'm gonna start on my other side and do 14 rows on this side. Inserting my hook. I like to just wrap it around like that. Pull it through and then chain both sides, both the working end and that tail, and then chain one and kind of pull on them to be tight. I'm going to run my tail across the stitches as I work to hide it. And then I'll just cut off this extra. And like I said, we're going to continue, and I'm going to make 14 to match this side. Okay, so we are at 13 rows on both sides. I'm now going to do a 14th row on this side. And then I'm going to chain the space here to connect the two sides. So if I had 18 and it's 4 on each side, I have 10 to chain. So we're going to chain 10. 9, 10. And then I'm going to lay my tail over and just continue to single crochet. Right, and then I'm going to do 4 rows, or I should say 3 rows, because this counts as 4, I guess, to make it even at the top. Okay, 4 rows on top. Out of the way. My tension is awful, so that happens. And yeah, it's a pretty good fit. Now, you could have just done the back panel first, which is just a solid piece, and then done this one. But I was very much just thinking about doing this. So for the back panel, you're just going to do however many on a chain, and then however many rows to make it be the same size as this piece. And I will be back in a moment with a finished back piece. I wasn't recording again. So I finished my back piece. And what I thought I was recording when I was saying is I didn't cut it off. I chained one, and now I have them together, and I am single crocheting into this edge, also burying my end here, and just kind of working my way, looking back and forth between the two sides, making sure that it's as even as I can get it. And it doesn't look great. It looks okay from this side, because this is the side I'm facing, but this side's meh. I think next one I will do the front second, so then I can do this and have the side facing me. Just gotta work my way down. And I'm going to go all the way down across the bottom and then all the way up back to this corner so that it's open across the top. All right, so I reached the end. I do one more. One more stitch here, and then a chain. Now, I don't have my needle that I use to weave in my ends. There's the basic holder. It did stretch out a bit, so I definitely want to work on it. Yeah, it definitely stretched out a lot. I think I want to make it a little smaller because this is the edge of the sleeve inside, the plastic sleeve. Yeah, and these edges don't look so great from this side, but they look great from this side. So now I know to do the back panel first and then do the front so I can do this from the front side. The last thing I need to do is a loop at the top to connect it, but I don't think, because this one's not so great, I don't think I'm going to do that with this one. I want to kind of work on perfecting it for my needs, for what I like. So I think I'm going to do that, and I will come back with more crocheted card holders. Okay, so it is the next day, and I took some time last night crocheting holders and kind of figuring out what would be the best, I guess the best pattern for it. So to show you again, here is the first one that I made. It ended up being way too big. So here is one of the cards, and the card ends here, and the window is too big. It could easily fall out. I went and I rewatched the tutorial that I was vaguely remembering. I learned two things. I learned that they did in fact do single crochet all around the edge, and that you don't have to do it. What I was saying earlier, I was like, oh, I should definitely do the back piece first and then the front piece. It doesn't really matter. It'd probably be better if you do the back piece second, like I had, to just make the corner a little bit better. And you just place the front on front and you start doing the single crochets around the edges like that. So that was my first attempt. The other thing that I learned is that you actually, at least in this tutorial, go around the top to create not only a loop to secure it to like a bag or whatever, but a loop to keep it closed. So here is my second attempt. I did pink on the front and this pale yellow on the back. And because I did the back second, I was then able to do the edge stitching, and it has this, I really like how this looks. And then basically you go down, across, up, and then across the top of the front piece, stopping at the very middle, and it should be an even number, doing a chain. I did a chain 3 because I'm using a 5mm hook, and then in the next exact next stitch you continue, and you go around, and then again on the back at the center you do a really long chain. This is a chain of 40, and then continue to the end, tie off, and tuck the end in. This is still a little big. It's much better than my first attempt. And the card is really visible in the front, which is great, but there's a lot of extra room here. This is where the card ends. And at the top, there's all this extra room. But I think otherwise it's a really good fit. And I can show you what it looks like with the long chain through the little one. Just like that. Keeps it nice and secure so your card can't fall out. I wanted to work it, the pattern a little bit more to make it fit even better. So for this one, I did a chain of 16 across the top, 4 rows of single crochet across the bottom. I messed up a little bit, and on the first side that I did, which to make it easier should be the short side, I think I did 12 rows four single crochets each row. And I ended on the outside, which threw off everything because the second side needs to be one row taller to then, once you reach this inside corner, you do a chain of however many you need to cross the space, and then single crochets into the top of the short side, and then it makes them the same. I messed up by having my short side end on the outside. It would have meant that to be only one row taller on the other side, it would be facing the wrong way. So this side is 2 rows taller, and it shouldn't be like that, but I don't think it's super noticeable. And then I did 4 rows on the top here, and then the back is just a solid piece. So I wanted to fix it because it was still a little too big. I did it again, adjusting the pattern to be a chain of 14 plus 1 to turn around. So technically it's 15, but it's a row of 14, 3 rows of single crochet, and then 3 single crochets per row on the side, and I did 11, and then on the other side I did 12, and then bridged the gap with 8, which is really easy to find out if you're not sure how many you need to chain in that space. Just count this space here. So you just count, and there's 8 stitches between these 2 corners, and then you do a chain of 8 up here. I did mess up slightly. I don't know if I miscounted my chain or what, but I was 1 single crochet short on my way back. So I just added an extra stitch. I did an increase. It's not very noticeable at all to make it be even. With this one, I basically was just crocheting. I did the back piece first. I crocheted to see how big. I had a photocard with me, and I just kept holding it up and placing it very close to the bottom to see how big it would need to be. And I determined that 20 rows on the back was big enough, but my math wasn't mathing. I could have done 4 and 4 rows, but I liked the fact that it looks nice and even with it being 3 rows and then only 3 single crochets on the side. Just like with it being 4 and 4, it looks really even. So my stitching of the sides, I had some issues because I would reach a corner and find that I have extra stitches on the back than I do on the front, and not across this side, but it happened again on this side as well because it was 2 rows taller. So the math is 12 rows plus 3 plus 3 equals 18 rows. So the back was 2 rows taller than the front. So I did it one more time, and I did 18 rows on the back, which equals the 18 rows, 3, 12, and 3, and it fits perfectly. Those 2 rows, being 2 rows shorter on the back, is barely noticeable. I really like this color combination. I had this photocard in mind for the color combination because in it, Jin is wearing a yellow sweater and a shirt with green on it. I do plan on remaking one in this color because I really like this color because I need a holder for this photocard. My mic just died, but luckily I didn't lose too much footage. This one is for my partner. Pink is one of her favorite colors, and I thought it looked really good with the pale yellow. And this one is for our friend. One of her favorite colors is purple. I even asked my partner to make sure I was remembering that correctly, so that this one is for her. As you saw, I only decorated 3 of the sleeves. I didn't want to do too many just because I wasn't sure what cards to use. So the first one I did was for myself with Jimin. I had some Libra stickers because I am also a Libra, so I used some of those. I used these letters to do his initials, J and P. J for Jimin, P for Park. And I just went with some of my favorite colors, green, purple, because that's kind of the color of BTS and ARMY, rainbows, stars, hearts, just lots of fun things, boba. So that was the first one I did. The second one I did, this is a duplicate of Suga or Auguste since it's from his solo album. I am giving this one to my partner, so I picked a lot of pink for her, rainbows, also some complementary colors in yellow, and there's also a little bit of purple again for BTS and ARMY. Not that she's necessarily ARMY, but just wanted to throw a little bit of that in there. You know, all the same similar things, lots of sparkly stickers. And then the last sleeve that I decorated was again for myself. It is for Han. I obviously don't have a Han photocard. I wanted to try and print some out just to have them until I eventually get one through my partner maybe, but my printer's not working, so I couldn't print one out. But for this one, I put his name on there since it's pretty short, and I did a lot of green and some complementary yellow, as well as, you know, hearts, stars, and rainbows. So that is everything that I made. I do plan on making more of the crochet holders. They're really easy to do, and they use up not that much yarn, so I can just use scraps if I want to. If you are interested in a crochet holder from me, there might be some on my shop right now. So if I am selling them, there will be a link in the description to my Etsy shop, the listing for these holders, if you would like one for yourself. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy crochet, sewing, or any other kinds of crafts, please consider a follow. I upload every Sunday, and I hope to see you there. Bye.